20 drivers, 20 cars, 1 grid, and combined, more wealth than most countries generate in a year. Formula One has always been the sport of excess, but what happens when you zoom out from the race and look at the lives these men have built around it? The homes that would embarrass most celebrities, the car collections that would stock a museum, the business empires that keep growing long after the checkered flag drops. 5 drivers, 5 fortunes. This is what the billionaire life of Formula One actually looks like. Lewis Hamilton, $450 million. Start at the top, because Lewis Hamilton is not just the richest active driver in Formula One. He is in a category of his own. 7 world championships, a Ferrari contract paying up to $107 million a year when bonuses are included, endorsement deals with Dior, IWC, and Monster Energy, a production company behind the Brad Pitt F1 film that crossed $300 million at the box office, a stake in the Denver Broncos, a Dior capsule collection, co-chair of the 2025 Met Gala alongside A$AP Rocky and Pharrell Williams. The real estate portfolio alone tells the story. A $40.7 million Manhattan penthouse on Vestry Street with Hudson River views. A $25 million Kensington mansion in London that previously belonged to Burberry's Christopher Bailey. Properties in Monaco, Switzerland, Colorado, and Milan. Total real estate north of $130 million. His car collection is worth over $30 million and includes a 1995 McLaren F1 valued at $20 million, a custom Pagani Zonda 760LH built specifically for him in purple, a Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta, and a Mercedes-AMG 1 that he helped. Each car is a chapter in a career that started on a council estate in Stevenage with his father working 3 jobs to pay for karting tires. The Sunday Times Rich List puts Hamilton at $385 million. Forbes named him one of the highest-paid athletes on Earth in 2025. And he did all of it while founding Mission 44, pledging $20 million to support underrepresented young people, and getting knighted by King Charles in 2021. Max Verstappen, $250 million. Max Verstappen became the youngest driver in Formula One history at 17. By 27, he had won 4 consecutive world championships, signed the richest contract in the sport's history, and built a personal fortune of $250 million. His Red Bull salary sits at $65 million per year base. Performance bonuses pushed his 2025 earnings to approximately $76 million. He is contracted to Red Bull through 2028, meaning the baseline value of that deal alone exceeds $260 million over its remaining length. Add Tag Heuer, Heineken, esports, and Jumbo supermarkets to the endorsement portfolio and the annual income approaches $90 million in a strong year. Verstappen lives in Monaco in a penthouse valued at $16 million. He owns a Dassault Falcon 8X private jet with a range of 12,000 kilometers, registered PH-UTIL, purchased and upgraded in 2025 after acquiring his original Falcon 900EX from Sir Richard Branson. In early 2025, he took delivery of a Mangusta Grand Sport 33 yacht named Unleash the Lion. His personal car collection features an Aston Martin Valkyrie, a Porsche 911 GT3 RS which he uses as his Monaco daily driver, a Ferrari SF90, and a Honda NSX Type S. His esports team Verstappen.com Racing competed in the GT World Challenge Endurance Cup in 2025, winning the Spa 24 Hours. He has spoken openly about wanting to race at Le Mans and in the World Endurance Championship, ideally alongside his father Jos and Fernando Alonso. Where Hamilton built a cultural empire, Verstappen built a focused one. Sim racing, endurance projects, a racing team, and a lifestyle that is deliberately private. His greatest luxury, by his own description, is the freedom to spend his time exactly as he chooses. Fernando Alonso, $240 million. Fernando Alonso has been doing this for longer than some of his current rivals have been alive. He debuted in Formula One in 2001 with the Minardi team. He won back-to-back world championships in 2005 and 2006. He has raced for Renault, McLaren, Ferrari, Alpine, and Aston Martin. He won Le Mans twice. He competed at the Indy 500. He is the only driver in history to have achieved the Triple Crown of Motorsport across Formula One, Le Mans, and Daytona. And at 43 years old, he is still on the Formula One grid, still in the top 5 earners, and still adding to a net worth of $240 million. His 2025 salary at Aston Martin sits at approximately $24 million base with bonuses. Endorsements with Adidas, Tag Heuer, and Boss add substantially more. But the wealth Alonso has accumulated over 2.5 decades of racing is compounded by what he has built around it. In his home region of Asturias, northern Spain, he opened the Fernando Alonso Sports Complex, which includes a karting circuit and a full museum of his career open to the public. He founded A14 Management, a driver management agency that has already placed its first client, Gabriel Bortoleto, on the Formula One grid. He owns properties across Spain and Monaco, and a private jet that has logged more miles across racing circuits, endurance events, and 2 decades of globetrotting than almost any other athlete's aircraft. What makes Alonso's fortune different from every other driver on this list is the time it took to build it. He has been earning at the top of the sport for longer than Norris has been alive, and he shows no sign of stopping. Charles Leclerc, $50 million.
It's actually one of the only places where we can see all Monaco, because you actually see basically all of Monaco. Monaco is so small but so busy, and I live somewhere there. It's where I'm born, it's where I've lived all my life, and it's the training with obviously Jules, that we both knew extremely well, Jules Bianchi. We weren't working together until 7 years ago.
Charles Leclerc is the youngest driver on this list and the one with the most distance still to travel. Born in Monaco in 1997, raised in the Principality where Formula One cars race past apartment windows every May. Signed to Ferrari on a long-term contract earning $30 million per year base. The face of the most famous team in the sport's history. And at 28, the driver Ferrari has bet its next decade on. His net worth sits at approximately $50 million, a number that will look very different in 5 years. The Monaco apartment. The Ferrari road cars that Leclerc drives through streets he grew up walking. The Richard Mille partnership. The carefully private personal life that stands in deliberate contrast to the performance that plays out in front of millions every race weekend. What separates Leclerc from the others on this list is context. Hamilton has his empire. Verstappen has his dynasty. Alonso has his legacy. Leclerc has his potential. He is 3 championships behind where the numbers on this list suggest he could eventually arrive. And he lives in the city that produced his racing obsession before he was old enough to understand what Formula One was. The next chapter of his financial story is still being written, but the address where it is being written has always been the same. Lando Norris, $80 million. Lando Norris is 25 years old, holds the 2025 Formula One World Championship, and has a net worth of $80 million that is climbing fast enough to make every figure written about him instantly outdated. His McLaren base salary is $25 million per year. His 2025 championship and title-linked bonuses pushed his total earnings for the season to approximately $57.5 million, making him the 3rd highest-paid driver on the grid, despite being the youngest of the 5 names on this list. His new contract, signed in 2024, will keep him at McLaren beyond 2026 on terms that will reflect his status as reigning world champion. He lives in Monaco, having moved from a $20 million Surrey mansion near McLaren's headquarters in 2022. His car collection includes a McLaren 765 LT Spider, a Ferrari F40, a Porsche Carrera GT, a Lamborghini Miura, and a Liberty Walk Nissan Skyline GTR. His garage is a reflection of someone who grew up surrounded by car culture and now has the means to acquire whatever that culture produces that speaks to him. Off-track, he founded Quadrant, a gaming and lifestyle brand, in 2020. He launched Len Racing Kart as his own karting brand in 2021. He backed the $54 million Apex Elite Performance Fund alongside Carlos Sainz and a group of European athletes in 2023. He holds stakes in tech companies including DeepMind. His father, Adam Norris, independently holds a fortune of $200 million from his career in financial services. Where Hamilton built an empire over 2 decades and Alonso accumulated his over a quarter century, Norris is doing it in real time. The championship changed the contract. The contract will change the net worth. And the net worth will change the list every single year for the foreseeable future. 5 drivers, 5 fortunes. A combined net worth that exceeds $1 billion. Hamilton built the blueprint. Alonso proved it can last forever. Verstappen refined it into pure precision. Leclerc is still writing the first chapters. And Norris just became a world champion at 25. Formula One does not just produce the fastest drivers on Earth, it produces some of the wealthiest. And every season, the numbers get bigger. Subscribe, because there is plenty more where this came from.